one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a pop. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now it's Jackson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a... And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Jackson now. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Second down and goal. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact.
Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock the ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers puts it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And did he just look like he tried to stop the clock? But the clock wasn't even moving. On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. He uncorks it for Snead. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the... Deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jackson to throw. He uncorks it for Snead. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. Oh, look at that. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, 81 yards, as they are now off. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Try to lay one up. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to keep it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done? And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're in a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Thomas. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create. More hype than what is there, but this is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get.
Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 87 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and goal, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. 14 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll let this go for the end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore 35 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call...
He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead. He's got it at the 15. A big pickup of 38. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches with
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson rolling to his right. Snead's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to get it to Willie Snead. That's down incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
And that's a pretty play. Me in that situation, because one of the toughest things about defending the deep ball is not panicking.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up. Going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Back to throw. On the move to, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken about the 12. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And
they got his man complete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies I done grabbed if you can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go to...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now it's Jackson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now. And nope. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson, flush to his right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G.
To throw again. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll roll, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Judon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it,
and he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. He'll buy some time right. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield, maybe, but a fake punt. Way down here, you want analysis? Ridiculous.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now here's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He was looking for Watkins that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Check 53. Touchdown defense.
It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about it. And look at this, another fake. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Watkins, the intended receiver. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really... Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not that time for Watkins.
Strip that ball.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start. At the 12-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Ingram. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. They go play action now. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stop.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, the spin. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's third down. Mahomes going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. To throw, it's Mahomes going for it all. And this is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Ravens on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw is Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Floating one, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Let's go, D.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Steps away, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having the 1-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Draw play. Ingram now. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's
and now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.